Hey there folks, welcome to the channel. Today we're talking bison. Now, we're not going to be making sausage or salami with it. Not in this episode. We're going to be riding one. Today we're going to be talking about the Bison E mountain bike from Ecotric. Ecotric was kind enough to send me this absolutely incredible mountain bike for my honest review. So we're going to go through the specs of this bike, and at the end of this video I'll let you know exactly what I think. All right, for starters, the Bison e-bike is considered a Class 2 e-bike. That means that it can operate on pedal assist or full throttle. Pedal assist is basically when you start to pedal, the battery engages, and full throttle means that you don't have to pedal at all. Class 2 e-bikes are rated to go up to about 25 miles an hour. Now, out of the box, because of US regulations, it's probably regulated down to about 20 miles an hour. But there is a secret menu on the control panel that allows you to adjust, basically increase the speed of your e-bike to 25 miles an hour, even 28, which in essence converts this from a Class 2 to a full throttle Class 3, but we'll cover that in a different video. Okay, let's talk about the heart of this bike, the motor. This Bison e-bike has got a 1,000-watt rear hub motor that's got some serious get up and go behind it. A rear hub motor takes the power from the battery and operates the wheel independent from the gears or you pedaling. So if I tilt the bike to the side and throttle it, you'll see the wheel spins by itself, so you don't have to pedal in order to make this bike go. And then there's the battery. This Bison e-bike has got a 48-volt, 17.5 amp hour lithium battery. A lot of power here. This unit's a beast and will definitely take you the distance. This bike will get 40-46 miles using pedal assist, or if you just want to use the throttle only without pedaling, you can get a distance of about 25-26 miles on a full charge. To remove the battery, all you got to do is turn the bike to off, push it in, and then click it to unlock. At this point, you can remove the keys. The battery just pops up, and you could put your hands underneath it and slide it right out. Pretty simple. You can charge your battery while it's on the bike, or you can remove it like I did here and charge it separately. Either way works. The lifespan of this battery is going to be roughly 3 to 5 years. It has about 400 to 600 cycles, and we're going to charge it using the charger that came with the bike. You definitely don't want to use, a different manufacturer's charger or build your own, as that could damage the battery. Plug it into the port, the battery charger turns red. When it's done, it'll turn green just like this, and this process of charging your battery normally takes about 5 to 7 hours to get it to 100%. All right, so let's go ahead and put this back on the bike. All we're going to do is slide it back into that spot and then securely press it down, and that is it. Let's take a look at our controller. This is a fully charged battery, top left-hand corner. You've got your odometer, or you could switch that by pressing the mode button and do trip. We also have the speed, which can be changed to kilometers per hour if you want. This PAS stands for pedal assist mode, and 0 simply means that your battery does not get engaged, so you're pedaling 100%. When you switch this to 1, that's your lowest pedal assist mode, and that's going to give you about 10 miles per hour. The way pedal assist works is that as you pedal your bike, the battery kicks in and helps you out along the way, and you can go up all the way to level 5. And let me tell you, at level 5, you are booking it. I think our top speed was around 28 miles per hour, which completely blew my mind because I didn't think it would go that fast. And then there's a bike walk mode where you get a low speed throttle to help you walk your bike uphill or through some difficult terrain. All you have to do is press and hold the down arrow key, and that will initiate walk mode. This is what that looks like. It actually is pretty quick on flat terrain, but when you're trying to go uphill, it is incredibly handy. The bike comes with 2 all-terrain, super fat tires. I'm talking snow, sand, gravel, rock, road. It really doesn't matter. We're talking 4.8 inches wide, 26-inch diameter. These are ultra-fat tires, and I did find that the ride, even on pretty difficult terrain or rough roads, was nice and smooth. Now, this tire is connected to the bike by a double fork suspension system right here and an adjustable shock system right here. Couple that with that huge fat tire, this was an incredibly smooth bike to ride. I thought the brake system on this bike
worked flawlessly. Hydraulic brakes both on the front and on the back, stopped on a dime. I'm talking absolutely brilliant. And then, of course, there's the gears. This Bison uses a 7-speed Shimano gear system. No problems here. I found that the transitions between the gears were incredibly smooth. Both up and down, worked out quite well. We talked about this bike having a full throttle option. In order to engage that on the handlebar right side, take the throttle control and turn it towards you, hold that in place, and you are cruising, no pedaling required. Now, it is important to know that if you are in full throttle mode, you will run the battery down a little quicker than if you were in pedal assist mode.
All right, the first thing that I noticed about this bike, and this issue really isn't a bike issue, it's more of a me issue, primarily because I'm not a very tall guy. I'm 5'5", 5'6" on a good day. I should probably be about 5 inches taller, 4 or 5 inches taller, and this bike would be absolutely perfect, but that did not stop me from having an absolute blast on this bike. I don't get on this bike. I actually have to mount it, but once I get up and running, there is absolutely no problem. If you're 5'8" or 5'9" or even taller, you can ride this bike super comfortably. But if you're short like me, 5'5", you can still ride this bike. It's just going to be a little tricky. It might take a little practice. Let's talk about the installation because that can get a little tricky on some bikes, but not for this Bison e-bike. I found the installation to be incredibly simple. 90% of the bike was already put together. All we had to do was slide on the handlebar, put on the control panel, the tire, and screw on the pedals, and it was done.
The handlebars will adjust with a slight tilt up and down, but you can't raise or lower it. Whereas the seat, on the other hand, is completely adjustable. You could raise it, lower it, depending on how tall you are. One thing I noticed is that the bike does not come with a rear fender, and I don't think it's an accessory that's available for this particular model. Another thing that I noticed is that the key, when it's in the on position in the battery, does not come out. You have to physically turn it to the off position. Once you do, you can pull the key right out. But if you engage the battery, turn it to the on position, it is locked in there.
And as far as the experience goes, riding this e-bike was exhilarating. I mean, it was awesome. Now, granted, this is the first e-bike I've ever ridden, but I was completely blown away. We live in a mountainous area, a lot of hills, a lot of steep roads, a lot of rough roads, and this Bison e-bike handled all of it like a champ. And for a beginner like me who's just getting acquainted with the world of e-bikes, I thought having a rear hub motor was absolutely perfect. It's like I didn't have to put a whole lot of thought into what I was doing. A lot like when you're driving an automatic car. You just get into it and you go. Very, very easy bike to ride. I would say that my overall experience was extremely positive, and I'm very happy that this is how I was introduced to e-bikes, because I'm already looking through Ecotric's website to see what other bikes they sell, because I gotta tell you, this was the most fun that I've had on a bike in a very long time. If you're interested or curious about e-bikes, you gotta take a look at Ecotric's website. I'll put a link in the description box below. They have got loads of different bikes, mountain bikes, city bikes, folding bikes, bikes for men, bikes for women, all different sizes at some pretty competitive prices. Now, if you have any questions about this particular e-bike or my experience, leave them in the comment section below, and that's all I got for you today. Thanks a lot for watching, folks. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.